On this day in history, back in 1945, crowds around the world marked VE Day, Victory in Europe, as Nazi Germany surrendered to the Allies. German forces laid down their arms across the continent, in Berlin and Prague, in Denmark and Norway, and as far north as Latvia and the Channel Islands. For many civilians, it meant an end to air raids, occupation and street fighting, and for more than 13,000 British prisoners of war, it meant they could finally start heading home. Some combat continued into May 9th when the Soviet Union held its own victory celebrations after more heavy losses. But May 8th is remembered as the day the Allies could finally say the war in Europe was over, even as the fighting in the Pacific still raged on.